right, you guys. So today we have a House of Aaron exclusive, right? Von Ray, the ex-boyfriend of Latoya Forever Never. Y'all know her. She was an Atlanta housewife or a friend of. She was Kenya Moore's bestie slash girlfriend. Drew Sidora's biggest fan. Y'all's favorite YouTuber. Okay. Von Ray, the ex-boyfriend, sat down with us over here at the House of Aaron. He just got out of jail, so he's spilling all of the tea. And he actually exposed Latoya for plotting on him, trying to use him to get that peach. She tried to turn that prune into a peach. Yeah, we talked about that. Now, before we get into anything else, I did want to shout out our sponsor, Celeste'sNest.net, because you guys know that these are my favorite body butters of all time. They have soaps and shaving creams and all types of stuff. So head over to the description box, click the links, and of course you can use my code HOA for 20% off your order. So let's get straight into it. Von Ray, what is going on?
Not much, man. What's going on with you?
Nothing much, just talking to you. I'm glad that we finally have you on an interview because I've been wanting to talk to you and Latoya, right? And now
Yeah,
you've appeared. You're out
that's
of
what's up, man.
jail,
For
thankfully.
sure.
And we're gonna talk about that in just a second. But okay, so very quickly, I did want to do some introductory questions just in case people don't know your background and all of that stuff. So first things first, where are you from?
I'm from Columbia, South Carolina, man. I moved to Atlanta back in like 2012, 13.
Okay, so what made you come to Atlanta?
Just better opportunities, man. My city, where I'm from, is small. Ain't much going on. So yeah, I moved here just to, better my life.
Okay, and for those of you who don't know, Von Ray is the ex-boyfriend of Latoya Forever Never, which is how I know you, because she blasted you all over social media while her season of Real Housewives was airing. How did you meet Latoya? Very quickly.
She was a potential client, short-term client that turned into a friend relationship. Yeah.
Okay, so a short-term client that turned into a friend that turned into a relationship, which then turned into like a business partnership. Because I
Yeah.
know y'all was on each other's vlogs and she was helping, you out with your social media and things like that, right?
Um, Helping me out or contributing, whatever
Contributing,
people.
right? I also kind of feel like she was using you to get a peach, just like how she used her husband. Do you feel that way?
Now that I think about it and have the knowledge that I have now, you could say that's a fact.
Okay, so we're gonna get to that. So I saw y'all before I even knew Latoya had a boyfriend. I thought she was single. I thought she was getting a divorce. I saw y'all at Lenox Mall shoe shopping, and of course I came back on my channel and then I talked about it. And then maybe a couple of weeks later, you guys did like a Q&A on Latoya's channel, if I'm not mistaken. And y'all were singing me my praises. Y'all were talking about how y'all liked me and all of this stuff. And then maybe a week or two after that, me and Latoya started DMing and she expressed interest in an interview. And so I'm like, of course I want to do an interview. So we had set up some dates and all of that stuff. And then next thing I knew, she ghosted me. Now, I
Mm.
know you know why she ghosted me. And I want the tea, the real tea.
I actually don't know, man. I did remember her saying something about an interview with you, and
Mm-hmm.
I was like, she should do it, man. You were like one of the first people to ever cover a story about us. I mean, I'm gonna say you are the first that I know of that ever covered a story of us. So when she mentioned it, I think it was more so it was COVID time or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't want to do it over the webcam. She wanted to be face to face or something like that. So I don't know
Right.
all the details. Yeah,
So she
as far
never
as why it
told
didn't
you why
happen.
she didn't do it. She didn't confide in you. She didn't get mad at me because I said something.
I don't think that was the case. I think it was just bad timing. That's all, man.
Okay, so in that very same video, the Q&A, you was like, "Oh yeah, I fuck with House of Aaron." Unlike Jason Lee, you called Jason Lee fake. You said he comes up with fake stories. He don't be doing his research. You was dragging Jason Lee, and then a couple of months ago, You did an interview with Jason Lee. So I want to
Yeah.
know why you flip flopping.
Oh, it was no flip-flopping, man. I think at the time, I did have an issue with that, but me and Jason, we met, we mended things, and he invited me on the show. I was okay with it, and we just rocked it out. We ain't supposed to have beef forever, man. We
Mm,
grown. If we got a problem, we can talk about it and iron it out.
okay. Okay. I feel you. Okay, now there's this whole narrative on social media, on YouTube and Instagram, that you went to jail because of this shooting that happened at this party. So the Batty twins, they're YouTubers as well. They had some sort of surprise birthday party. Latoya ended up being there. I believe you were her plus one. Um, Adam, Latoya's ex-husband, I guess. I don't know if they're divorced, was there along with this random guy friend. We don't know who he is, an associate. Um, what was the deal with that? Like, why did that transpire? Why did that happen? I don't understand.
Um, as far as the party or what, just going to
Yes,
jail.
like
Okay.
first off,
Well, the whole
you yeah, go ahead.
no, go ahead, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
You
I
and
just didn't
Adam
really
had
understand.
been beefing, so obviously this was y'all's first time running into each other, right?
I don't even know if you call it beefing because I can't beef with somebody I don't know and never met. I think it was
Well,
more so of a one-sided thing on his part. And just me, joking back and say retaliating things back, but it wasn't beef to me. You know what I'm
okay.
saying? I thought it was a joke. I thought he was a joke. But as far as the incident at the party, to my knowledge, Latoya told me we were invited to a party. She talked about it during the week. We got ready to go to the party. We went to the party. I had no idea Adam was gonna be there. I thought this was
Okay.
amongst people that were her friends and not Adam friends. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even think that he would be there. But as I proceeded inside the building, he was the first face I saw. So I was a little standoffish. I was shocked, but still didn't make any contact, any verbal contact. I just was like, I'm not here for that today. I'm gonna try to enjoy this party. Amongst that, we chilling, we hanging out. Maybe me and her on the other side of the building. He doing his thing on the other side, and a random guy I never met, never seen, never heard of him before just approaches me and he
So
was
was
very
he Adam's
aggressive.
friend? Did we confirm that they knew each other, that
Yeah.
they were cool?
It's confirmed now, but like I said at the time I didn't know that. It's confirmed now that that was his best friend and um
Oh,
yeah, so he sent his friend over there to me, but I didn't know that at the time. The guy came aggressive. I didn't understand his aggression. I asked him to back up numerous of times. I say at least 10 times before I even, proceeded to draw my registered clean weapon, and I have a concealed weapons permit. And some people say, "Why did he bring a gun? Why did he?" This is something that I've always exercised my amendments. As just being America, man. I got a concealed weapons permit and I got a registered gun that's in my name. So I exercise my amendments to carry a pistol. It's not that I thought something was gonna happen that night or anything. It's nothing premeditated. I just always I'm a carrier. So
right.
the situation transpired. I asked him to back up numerous of times. He didn't take the advances, and it went from there.
So, two questions. You may have said this. You carry a gun everywhere?
I mean, well, not now because they've seized all my weapons, but at the time I did for since 2014. I want to say I was a concealed weapons holder for years before I even
And did you I know at the time you probably didn't know, but looking back at it and maybe you received some additional information. Did Latoya know that Adam was going to be there?
look. I mean, at the time I thought she didn't, but I think now that I look back on it, I believe she did know, and I believe you know
It might have
it
been a
was just a
setup, maybe.
like I said, I didn't know at the time, and I didn't think she knew at the time that he was gonna be there. But looking back on it, I believe she did. I believe she had friends there that told her he was there. But sometimes, maybe it was just a prideful thing in her. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go to this party and take my boyfriend. You're gonna see me with him and how good we look together and all of that.
Right.
So, and she didn't know acknowledge me of that. She didn't let me know. So in a
I
way,
mean,
you could
because
say it
that's
was a
what the whole
setup.
relationship looks like is I'm gonna tout him around all over social media and in real life.
Yeah. So
I mean,
I
that's how
don't
it came
think,
across since the beginning.
yeah, I don't think that she thought it was gonna go as far as it did, but I think she knows me as a caliber person. She knows Adam as a caliber person, and she knows that it potentially something could have happened if we was in the same room based on the circumstances of the things he said about me at that time.
So why didn't you just walk away? Like, why didn't you leave?
It
Because
was
I feel like that's the number one question from this particular instance.
well in the position I couldn't walk away. I asked the guy to back up numerous of times, and he was more aggressive each time I told him to back up. So it's like you're not gonna turn your back to someone that you think is gonna harm you. You're gonna give
Mm.
them the right to hit you upside the head with something. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
so
So
he
it
was
was
physically
like,
threatening, is what you were scared for
yeah,
your
you know what I'm
life,
saying?
so you took
Yeah,
precautions. Okay.
that's facts. Yeah.
So on the internet, people are calling you a liar because it seems as though you are trying to basically drive this narrative home that this shooting incident at the party with Latoya and Adam and the friend was the reason why you went to jail. Some people are saying that you was arrested. Some people are saying that you turned yourself in. In the vlog, you make it seem like the shooting incident was the reason why you had to turn yourself in. But then people are saying that that was staged and that you actually got arrested a couple of days after for this charge of, I guess, aggravated stalking of an ex. What is the truth? Because I'm
Okay.
confused.
Yeah, let me just break it down like this. So, at the time, you know how as YouTubers, and we could all be honest about this, a lot of our content is pre-recorded. This interview right here is pre-recorded. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So even with vlogs, we pre-record things and it may not be right in the moment. Even a lot of YouTubers pranks and things like that are not all real. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
speaking of pranks, did y'all do fake pranks?
We never did fake pranks.
Okay.
We never did fake pranks. But you know what I mean? Like, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of YouTubers, they do fake prank. Every stuff is not always, it's just for entertainment. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, but this situation with going to jail and this shooting is a real situation. I knew I was going to end up turning myself in. I've already had a lawyer in place. We already worked it out when I was going to turn myself in on the aggravated assault case, not aggravated stalking. And I was pre-recording videos. To set myself up to leave. So I have content out coming out while I was gone. I didn't know the extent of time that I was going to be leaving, but dealing with the shooting incident, I did get arrested that night after the party for reckless misconduct.
Okay.
I
But you didn't
went
go
to
to jail.
jail.
Oh, you
No,
went
I
to jail.
did. Listen,
Okay.
yeah, I went to jail and I bonded out the next day. Months go by. Somehow, they try to upgrade the charge on me from reckless misconduct to aggravated assault, dealing in a shooting situation. That was after Josh, well, the guy, the victim, had left the party
The
and didn't contact.
victim.
That's what they're saying. They're saying he's a victim. They saying, but he left the party, didn't make any contact with police. He just left. I stayed. I cooperated with the
Why did you?
police.
Okay.
I cooperated. I went to jail for reckless misconduct, bonded out. Later on, they get in contact with him, and he's saying he left the party because he was fearing for his life. But you never cared to contact police and give a statement. They had to catch up with you.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
that's why they upgraded the charge, trying to say it was aggravated assault. So now I have a whole new situation with the same situation. I got to go back to jail and rebond out and get another bond and deal with it on the streets.
Okay.
But
Okay.
so in the midst of dealing with that and knowing that they upgraded that charge, after I did a Jason Lee interview, I found out that an ex-girlfriend that I had in a toxic relationship before Latoya is now saying I violated an order we had in place. To be all honest, we had a restraining order in place because we were trying to break up, leave each other alone. We were going back and forth too much. And this happened after the Jason Lee interview. But little did I know, Miss Forever had got in touch with my ex-girlfriend to coerce her and mindfuck her to say I violated this order but did not. So now when I'm about to turn myself in for this aggravated assault case, I'm learning from my lawyer. He's like, well, don't turn yourself in today because you got to go deal with this situation first in another county and get a bond there, and then we'll go deal with the aggravated assault because he thought maybe I would spend more time on the assault case versus this restraining order violation case, but ended up spending more time on the restraining order violation case and spent a day on an aggravated assault case and got a bond there quicker than I ever did on the situation with the stalking case. So in Georgia,
So, yeah.
when you have a restraining order in place in Georgia, if you violate it, they call it aggravated stalking, but that's not what it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, what was the basis of the claim? No, how did they say that you violated the restraining order?
Well, her accusations were that um basically I showed up at her place, but she opened the door and nobody was there. She's saying I called her from a no caller ID number numerous of times, but assumed it was me, but didn't know for sure. Um, and it just raised the eyebrow, I guess, to a DA or to a investigator to say, okay, if she feels like her life is threatened and she already got an order in place, let's put an order out, a warrant out, and let's figure it out before she feels like something's gonna happen to her. And that all was just Latoya trying to be vindictive. Go, because you gotta understand when I got and did these interviews, Latoya can do an interview, but it's nothing bad she could say about me. So she has to go pull up something from my past that I had a situation with another person and try to make something out of that. She don't have nothing bad to say about me. She can't say anything bad about me, but what? Oh, he's a clout chaser and all of this stuff. She try to make
Okay,
claims of
so wait,
now.
were the accusations true or false? To set the record
Of
straight,
what? Of
of you
what?
showing up at the girl house.
No, that was totally false.
So that whole thing, all of those
Yeah.
accusations are totally false.
Yeah, but people don't understand. Georgia is a he say, she say state. Somebody like me and you right now, we could be face to face, and I could tell the police that you robbed me, and there's no proof to it, and they'll put a warrant out on you and arrest you for armed robbery or robbery.
So Latoya did that for what? She corroborated with this woman for what?
I guess because she was mad because the way I look at it, and just being around Latoya, I assume she did it because she saw that I wasn't messing with her anymore because people get the assumption that she left me, but I left her because of the decision she made in our relationship. I think she assumed that maybe I was gonna forgive her and come back, and I just started branching myself off in my own vlogs, doing my own interviews, and just focusing on me and not her. So I think it was just more of a oh let me get back at him type of thing.
Okay, so you just got out of jail, correct?
Yes, Friday, Thursday,
And how
yeah.
long were you in there for?
I was in there for 3.5 months
So
roughly.
was that for the aggravated assault or the aggravated stalking?
Like I said, I did 3 months and 18 days or something like that for the aggravated stalking. And then I got transferred to another county to deal with the aggravated assault, got a bond the same day and bonded out.
Okay, got you.
So I did both.
Okay, so you said that Latoya was upset because she made some decisions. You actually ended up leaving her. I remember one time on Instagram, I don't know if Latoya just did like a story and she was like, I'm single. And then, like, literally 10 hours later, y'all showed up on the stories together. It was really weird. I don't know if you remember that.
I don't, but I think, and I'm gonna say this with all the most humblest thing in the world. I think she's a woman that don't know how to deal with her inside emotions. I think she knows I probably was a good guy to her. I never did anything wrong to her. I never tried to use her. Anything we did with YouTube, when people try to say I was a clout chaser or anything like anything we did, you gotta understand I wasn't a YouTuber before I met her. I didn't know anything about YouTube. I didn't know how to post a YouTube video. I didn't know how to get paid off a YouTube video. This was things that she came up with in her ideas. She was the one to edit the videos and put them
Right.
out.
Right.
She was the one that came up with the idea of us doing all of this. So how can I clout chase when she was really using me for the clout?
I mean, it was a beneficial situation for both of y'all. I
And I
mean,
can
you
understand
end
it.
up, people know who you are, and she can,
But this is
have
the
you as
thing.
her
This is the thing.
storyline.
People been knew who I was.
I
People been knew
didn't.
me. But
I didn't know
Aaron,
who you
people been knew
was.
me.
I just saw you at the mall.
Nah, people been knew me, man. Like I said, I'm a
I mean,
celebrity
I'm
trainer.
sure. I mean, yeah, Jeffree Star and them.
Yeah,
Okay.
I trained a lot of celebrities, man. There's people that don't even put themselves in the same caliber as a supposedly or want to be Atlanta housewife. Come on, man.
Ooh. Okay, not a
This is like
wannabe.
real celebrities, people that got real money. People been knew me.
Okay, so what was it that made you leave her?
It was just cheating. The
With
lying,
the
the
nanny?
off. I mean that she
With
was.
the man on the boat, or
No, it was a rapper.
do we know
And I
him?
think, of course, everybody knows him.
Oh, he's famous. He's based out of Atlanta.
Nah, he's from Compton.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So she cheated on you with a rapper, and the woman that watches the kids,
Yeah.
and kind of convinced you to have a threesome, I heard.
It wasn't even like that. I'm gonna say it like this. It was just more so, man, like if you walk in on something,
That traumatized me. When I heard that, I was like, oh, that's some weird, freaky shit.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I walked in on something and it's like you gonna either join or but at the end of the day, I made a decision to do what I did. But on the back end of it, after I thought about it the next day, I'm like, if I never would have popped up here, you probably still would have been doing what you was doing. So it's like still
Right.
cheating,
And we
you
all
know?
thought she was faking being bi because she was flirting with Kenya Moore on the show, but I guess she really is bi.
I don't know. I don't judge people on a sexual preference, but I believe, she has her ways of what she want to do.
Okay, so she cheated on you and what else?
It was just I think at one point when we were starting this YouTube and this relationship, I think she really believed like, oh, we're gonna get it together, we're gonna blow, we're gonna be the couple that she wanted us to be.
Mm.
But I think that was based off of her wanting to be on that show. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so did she
Um,
ever? Yeah, go ahead.
go ahead. Let me get answer because I'm probably gonna answer your question.
Did she ever talk to you about being on the show?
Of course. But see, this is the thing. When she presented herself to me and tried to, come at me the way she was coming, I thought it was all genuine. Later,
It could have been. Uh oh.
I don't know what I was going through her phone and for what the reason for it, but I forgot what I was going through her phone for, but I just seen a message that her and Kenya was sending, Kenya Moore, and she basically had sent Kenya a picture of me saying, should I use him for the show? But this was maybe a month or two before me and her was even
Okay,
dating or even
wait, wait, wait,
talking.
wait, 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 wait,
So it
wait,
was
wait,
like,
wait. Okay, you're kind of going in and out. Latoya Ali was texting Kenya. You went through her phone for whatever reason because she was cheating. You didn't trust her.
no, I think at the time I don't. It was this wasn't around that time. I think it was
This is
we were doing something or we were looking for something or something in the phone, and I just so happened to see Kenya Moore name, and then I opened the message, and they don't text much, so whatever Kenya had text her, like maybe a few messages up, it was a picture of me, and she had up under the message, should I use him for the show? But the date on the message was like in January, and we didn't start dating and talking until
mm,
February, so it was something
so
premeditated on
she
her
was
part.
plotting on you.
Yeah, yeah,
I
you know what
mean,
I'm
that
saying? It
was
was something
clear because
premeditated.
I mean, if you just put two and two together, we know that she begged Adam. They were already separated. And then once she got involved with Atlanta Housewives, she was like, "Oh my God, I need my husband. I need my kids. Like, I need to look like I'm living this life so I can be a peach holder." Because you have peach holders, and then you have the friends, which Latoya ended up being a
Hmm.
friend. So clearly, now we see her popped up with you, and it's happening so fast and stuff like that. It looks like, okay, well, she couldn't get her storyline with Adam, so she gonna get it with Vaughn.
Yeah.
I mean,
And me
everybody
just
sees that.
me being oblivious to the Atlanta Housewives and what's the reason for them being on this show, me being oblivious to YouTube and blogs, I didn't really fully understand it. I was just going with the flow. Even the backlash of people calling me a clout chaser, calling me gay, I just thought that's what came with the game. I didn't think it
It
was like
does.
facts behind it, you know what I'm saying? But, now that I think about it, it was more her strategically trying to plan whatever she was trying to plan and me just going along with it because I was dumbfounded to a lot of things that's news to me.
Mm, okay. So, do you know if it's true that she got paid $1,000 an episode?
Like I said, I didn't see the contract. I don't know. I said
She
that
never talked to
y'all.
you about her money?
um, I mean, if you, I mean,
Because I heard y'all was buying fake jewelry and she was leasing cars trying to look like, she was doing something to uphold an
um,
image.
it wasn't the jury wasn't fake. The cars were not leased.
Did you
We
buy
actually
her the
bought.
jewelry? Because I think Adam said that she bought herself the jewelry.
No, so let's clear that up. She bought herself a Rolex for her birthday. I think the day of her birthday
Was it
was like the
ticking?
first. No, no,
I'm
she
just
got it from
playing.
Icebox. We went to Icebox and got that. Nah, but I think her birthday was like the second day that we ever was started dating and hanging out.
Mm.
So when she went and bought that, that's something she bought for herself. I was just there to witness it. You know what I'm saying?
So that has nothing to do with you.
Yeah, so that's what he was talking about. But as far as like the chains and stuff, that was just something that I did when we started getting YouTube money. And I was just like, let's treat ourselves, just living life.
Okay. So let me know if you know. Did she get fired from the show? I know she had to have talked to you about this. Why
I
isn't
don't
she
know.
on the show?
See,
Why isn't she filming?
like I said, I don't know the ins and outs because I never filmed with them. The only thing I ever did with being around her for that show was when we went to
The
do the
reunion.
reunion. And I wasn't even in the reunion. I was just in the hotel in the room, just there with her. So I don't know why. I just know that maybe she probably rubbed some people the wrong way.
Who is
She
some
did,
people?
just like the producers, the high ups. I think maybe I think I did hear her tell them like if she didn't get a piece, she wasn't coming back or something like that. And I think that just kind of turned them off of her. But you never know, man. These people can bring her back at any time. You never know how it's gonna go.
So were you like backstage or you were just in the hotel? Like, could you watch the reunion as they were filming it?
No, I couldn't because it's like we were so on social media lit at the time. So if I would have walked anywhere around there, a cameraman gonna be like, let me get him too. So
Okay,
it was
why
more
not?
safe because it was safe for the just to not put me in the mix because I'm like I ain't doing shit for free and I ain't definitely ain't doing it for no $1,000. So
Oh.
they knew they were gonna have to check me. You know what I'm saying? So I think they
Mm,
just rather not even play those games and just keep me out the picture and save me for the next season if we were to make it there. You know what I'm saying?
okay. So she never. So you believe that she pissed off producers somehow, somewhere.
I think she did. Yeah,
Okay, cool. Well, I'm happy that you're out of jail.
I appreciate it.
Hopefully you are putting this aggravated stalking and assault behind you.
For sure. It's
Oh,
easier to fight it on the street, man. Like, it took a while to get a bond, but I got one of the best lawyers in Atlanta, and he's gonna work diligently. He knows I'm innocent. He believes I'm innocent. Even with the shooting incident, it's a self-defense matter. It's not assault. You know what I'm saying? So
mm,
we're gonna deal with it. We're gonna do everything these authorities want us to do, and let them know that I'm a good, competent person and willing to follow whatever guidelines and rules they want me to follow so we can put this behind me.
okay. Do you have any contact with Latoya still?
I do. I mean, I can contact
Yes.
her
I
anytime if
was
I
gonna
want
say.
to, but we don't communicate. I've talked to her a few times while I was in jail. And that was just you know, just because it was kind of rough for me to be around her for months, be around her kids for months, and then go to jail and have no contact. So I think a time or two she reached out for me to call her, and then I think one time I may have reached out when I first got locked up. But I think maybe she just had some regrets, but she doesn't know how to show it and say it, so she ended up saying other crazy stuff that really don't
Mm.
matter.
So you called her because you missed her, basically.
No, it's not. It was a stressful moment for me. I don't think
Okay.
it was more of a miss thing. I think it was just like at that moment she was still relevant in my life. I was just going to jail and we only had broken up for maybe 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. And so would you go back?
Hell no. Hell to the
um,
no. I think I'm like 5 or 6 guys removed from her at this point. So she got guys in between me and
she
her.
moved fast, don't she?
She'll be all right, man.
Okay. So what are you doing? Are you training? Like, what's the game plan?
I'm a YouTuber now.
Right.
So I got vlogs coming out, man. I only been out a few days, man. So I'm rebuilding my life, repairing my life. I lost a lot while I was in jail. Jail is expensive, man. You got to pay for bonds, you got to pay for tens of thousands on lawyers, and you got
Mm-hmm.
to pay to feed yourself because them folks don't feed you enough. So
Mm-hmm.
I gotta, just repair my life, get a new place, get back to, shoot my fitness videos. I am building a fitness workout app that I'm
Okay.
diligently trying to put out. And I'm gonna start back training. I'm just gonna slowly get myself back into motion, but quickly as well. But I'm gonna make all the right moves so it could be big.
Okay. Why you ain't schedule out no vlogs? Schedule out no content
Oh,
before you went in. I
I
heard that you
did.
gave your information to a friend and then something had happened and then
No,
like he was
I
supposed to
get
post.
I had vlogs scheduled out, but at the midst of my friend stabbing me in the back, and getting paid to
Was
do
that the
some bullshit.
Wasu? What's the name?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So, Latoya paid him to, say whatever he said on that camera. And I didn't want to keep dropping vlogs with somebody that, just wasn't in my corner. So,
Uh,
I mean, but you know how YouTube is, man. You could stop posting and still get paid while you're
yeah.
away. So you're good. Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be all
Okay.
right.
All right. So where can people find you if they want to hire you, book you, follow you?
Just at Von Ray on Instagram, at Von Ray on YouTube and Facebook, man. I'm pretty good with DMing back, man. It don't take long to, get in touch with me.
Okay. And you call your supporters the Sun Rays.
I do. Sun rays. Everybody
That's
knows
cute.
we live in life up under the sun. And it's just a positive way, man. Because I'm a guy that came from the streets. I came from the hood, and I've somehow to dodge jail and death. I ain't doing a life sentence, so it's good. We just gonna live life under the sun, stay positive, and just do our thing.
All right. Well, thank you, Vaughn, for joining us. Of course, I'll have all of his links and information down in the description box.